everyone, it's me Laura from the Papered Soul. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I've been here to share a journal with you, and it's been kind of some crazy life stuff going on, and anyway, I'm trying to get caught up, but I'm coming to share a journal with you that I'm a guest design team project for Luise Heinzl. And she has a digital shop on Etsy, and she has a lot of projects she's working on and has put out there, a lot of digitals that you can get from her. And if I'm not mistaken, she's having some good sales right now, or a good sale right now on her kits. This particular kit is called the Bunny Hug. It is an adorable vintage bunny kit, and I have really enjoyed working with this kit. It is just really, really sweet. I love the colors. She has a lot of detail in her digitals that make it a lot of great fun. This is a soft cover fabric journal, and it is 8.5 by 6 wide. And on the front, I did the sewing. It's fabric covered. I sewed around it, and I've got a lace pocket here where I have a little booklet that I created with some of her papers and some other papers. So that just kind of tucks in there like that, and then on the back, you know, I have also in a little pocket back here if you wanted to put anything. I just left it like that if you wanted to put anything on it. This is a very chunky one signature, lots of sewing elements in it, but it really grew. I kept kind of adding things and stuff like that. So it's a pretty massive journal. It has 20 pages, so front and back. That's 80 pages front and back. In it, so not to mention all the extra you know, tuck spots and, you know, cards and journal cards and everything like that I have in it. So like I say, here's the little booklet that I made, and I think I'm just going to slide this bow off so that I don't have to worry about tying it back. I might have gone faster. I did the crochet here. I just layered some crochet pieces and put a little olive green button to kind of complement the colors in her pretty papers. And then I have my little tag here, and I've got the bunny hug on both sides. And then here's, like, just inside I did a little fun different papers that I collected. That's from her kit as well, and you will see that some more. Some stenciling. Done a lot of sewing, and I just sewed that little booklet together like a regular signature. And that there. Okay. And there, even though my journal is very, very, very full, there's still, and because of that, there's gobs of journaling space. So I will list all of the pertinent information for Luise's shop and how to reach her and everything in the description below. And my journal is going to be for sale in my Etsy shop as well. Put that information in. I have a seam binding bow here, and it's a double-sided, so it's nice and secure. And let's just go ahead and unwrap this. I usually don't have trouble with that, but I'm not doing it right. There we go. I have run the seam binding tie up under, in between the front of the cover and the inside covers. So I have a little pocket on each side of the inside covers. I've also done the sewing. There's been stenciling. There's edge punching. These are little journal tags here that were made from the pretty papers in her kit. So here is the large version of what was on the front of my cover here, and the detail that she has put into these pages is just so wonderful. So much fun to look at. So this, I made a pocket out of one of her pages here, and this has been double-sided and sewn on, so you have a nice little pocket here. Here I was just playing around. I've got some fibers and trims from my shop. I have also a little metal rim tag from my shop that I'm hanging for Miss Lace with a garment pin. And I just put a little image of a bunny to hang there on that little belly band there. I have added coffee dye papers and pattern papers to go with her kit. I've got a little stamp here. It's of a little bunny hopping away. So that's some extra journal space there, and you just tuck that under there to keep it closed. Here's a little pocket here, and I just put a little index card there, and this is one of the cards from her cute little kit. I've backed just about 99% of my tags are backed with paper dye, coffee dye papers, or sometimes I'll do grid paper, but some sort of something to make it sturdy. Here I made a little tag. I looked up the bunny hug because she had this in her kit. It's the cutest little thing, these little bunnies dancing. And it says the craze of the day, the bunny hug. So I thought, So I got to researching it. I had never heard of it. And it's actually a dance. It's a dancing style that was thought to have originated in San Francisco, California, around 1911. And so it was a popular dance among the young people, like along with the turkey trot and everything. And that younger crowd were the ones that were dancing to it, often to ragtime music, and but it was also danced to slow blues music. But anyway, it caused quite an uproar within the polite society. On the inside here, I have a little stamp where it says put on your fancy shoes, because you'll need your fancy shoes if you're going to go to the dance hall and dance the bunny hug. This is a cute little image that Louise added in as one of her tags. It's a sweet little bunny. And this is the perfect time of year to be thinking about bunnies, because they're going to be showing up here pretty soon with spring coming along. Isn't that pretty? I love this gray pattern paper that I picked out to match and kind of blend with that beautiful gray background paper there. And then it's got little butterflies and moths on it and everything. Pretty little violets, some fun little tape up there. It looks like little tape. And she's got polka dots here. And that's why I kind of, for my cover, I ended up using, the polka dot fabric. I just was kind of keeping to that polka dot theme that she had. Here's another, like a large pocket here. This is just a large tag. It's very large. I just used some of my paper, pattern paper, to make that. And then I have some of her papers that I actually cut and made some of my own ephemera with. So that's a nice little journaling spot right there. One of her pretty tags, sewn all around. I like this paper here because it's got a little bunny rabbit there. But it also matched. And here, look at that beautiful paper with the polka dots and the moths and butterflies, florals, just really, really pretty and fun. And so here I made an envelope. I stained it up pretty good and stamped on it. And on the front, I took this is one of the pieces I created from some of her papers, and I just kind of made a little tuck spot with that where I have a pretty little, just a little tag that you can journal on. I did do some stenciling, but it's light enough where you can write on it. And I've got some lace here with little black bling gemstones here, just to kind of pick up those little black dots. And on the back, I have this little bunny here with a ribbon, and that's where you would keep that envelope closed. And I did do like a little embossing, fun embossing on this envelope. So you can put some little goodies in there, little special notes. And let's see, here I have added also some, that's the back of that other pretty page she has. And I just love it. She's got some really neat details in her papers, and this was just a very pretty and fun kit to work with. I added some line pages. I like to do that. That's on parchment paper. A little pocket here with some lace. Here is one of her images that I actually cut that up, one of her papers, and I cut that up. So that's a good little journaling spot there. And on the back there's a little pocket with some of her extra ephemera pieces and tags that she has, little bunnies. This is just an extra offcut from when I was creating some things with her papers myself. And then here is a fun little tag where I have added extra papers and pages that you can journal with or journal on. I always try to find ways to add lots of extra journaling space, but I also love to add a lot of things into my journals. So this is she's got some Peter Rabbit, Beatrix Potter images in her kit, and that is just so adorable. You can journal on the back of that. Here's another one here that she's imaged there, and I just did like an accordion fold out, and here on the back I have a pocket, washi tape with the pocket, and I stamped a little bunny there, colored him, and there's a little place to journal there as well. Just fun. And here's extra paper, and you can journal there. A little pocket. Look at that pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I love the colors. They're so rich. They have this burgundy browns and rose pinks in them, and this beautiful green, and it just all works so pretty together. There's another pretty page. Here's some of my pattern paper that worked really well with it. It was really fun picking out pattern papers to match this kit because it challenged me a little bit, because it's a different muted earth tone colors, and it was wonderful because I was able to pick out papers that I don't tend to kind of use, and they work beautifully with this kit. Here's a little tuck spot here. I sewed all around it. This is little Peter Rabbit looking so pretty in his little coat. Here I have some washi tape and a little polka dotted washi tape and a little overlay that I did. So I made it a little booklet, and tied it with some of my baker's twine that I also have in my shop, and that cute little image from her kit, and that on there. So that's another one that I created from her pages. So just put this over here like that, and then I have a little paper clip to paper clip that on. And then here I have, I used her little, I think she did have that as like a little belly band, and I hand stamped bunny business on it. I've got an alterations tag that I have some fun little napkins also in my shop, and I just kind of decoupaged on there, stenciled on the back for a pretty tag. And then here's some of that extra paper. Little extra journaling spot there. I like to pull him down far enough to see the bunny. Coffee dye paper. Here's another pretty and sweet image of a little bunny face there. And I just turned that into like a little extra paper that you could write on. And then extra coffee dyed paper, pattern papers I should say, and then a little paint chip. And I just did some stamping. I backed it with coffee dyed paper, so you have all that for journaling space. And then I stamped my little bunny images in there. And then I have this flips up here for some more journaling space. I just love opening that page and seeing those cute little eyes looking at you. And then here we have some more of my pattern paper that I thought went really pretty with her kit. And she's got lots of little pretty pops of color throughout, and this just makes it so much fun to work with. Pretty little image of a bunny down here. Vintage writing. Here, I cut this from one of her pages and made a little pocket, sewed around it. And here's a little Beatrix Potter image there, and I turned it into a little little extra spot there for journaling. Here I made a tag, and this was fun. I had a quote that says, "Springtime is the land awakening. The March winds are the morning yawn." Louis Grizzard. So a little quote there you can write on the back of that. And I made this little pocket. That's from her papers, and then that's from her paper too. And I just, tore it and added some different papers to create that tag, and that was a lot of fun to make. I love that tag. I just fell in love with it. This also is sewn like a little signature, so you can just open this up and do a lot of journaling on these pages as well. Okay, all that journal space. More of my line page, and here, this was another one that I cut from her. You'll see on the back you have a tag. I folded it and I made a tag out of her papers, added that ribbon, and this unfolds. So I just folded it like that, so you have all that extra journaling space. Folded it up like this, and that creates like a little pocket for the tag. And then this goes there. And I just had this kind of here to hold that little pocket closed. But again, all this journaling space. On the other side, I made like a little pocket tag here. You can journal here and tuck some things in there if you want to, but it's made with her pretty paper. And you can see that background paper just matches it perfectly. I've got a little bow here tied with some extra paper. So you can see all this extra paper I built in. And it's just like everything, every time I turn around, I was wanting to create an extra little booklet area or something. So that's what's made this thing so, large. But it was just so much fun. I just kept creating. This has a little extra space for journaling. And that pretty little image. Both of those images are from her kit. And this little butterflies from her kit. She adds that, and I did add little, it's Superline cord, C-line cording. I add for the antenna, and then I put some stickles on that. And this is one of my favorite pages. She's got these little doilies on the side here, and these look like, and they kind of look like real brads. So it's really a neat imagery that she's used. Here's another pretty paper spread of hers that she created, and I put like a little bunny hanging from the middle of the signature. Some lace. Here's another pretty tag of hers. It's just gorgeous. This is a little pocket of hers. It's like a little bunny working hard, pushing things down into the little bunny hole. Maybe she's been shopping. She's gone to the market. I have these envelopes at my shop. They're little window envelopes, and I stenciled it up and stamped it up, and I've got one of her cute little bunny images, and I just kind of attached it to a piece of paper, cardstock, and all of it's been backed with coffee dye paper, so you can journal on both of those. And let's see if I can get this in right. I have some trim there that I use to kind of hold those together. And yeah, got him in good. Isn't he adorable? So on the other side, I attached the envelope flap, and that made a little tuck spot there for some more of her pretty images. These are like little cherubs up in heaven holding little bunnies. Love them. She's got some really cute ephemera with this kit, and that's your Peter Rabbit again, and I back that, and you can write in those notes there. More lined paper. Oh, this opens up. And then you have more lined paper. This is one of her elements that I backed and sewed around and put on top of some pattern paper. And then this is a guest check that I've stenciled up. And this is one of her little corners that she adds in there. So I use that as a corner tuck for this pretty little image. More little bunnies. If you love bunnies, you are going to love this kit. I'm here to tell you. Look at that. Here she's got some Peter Rabbit on the side. That's where I did the little pocket I did a while ago. So it's really fun the way her papers are. It's really fun. You can just cut them up at different angles and stuff and make some fun little ephemera out of them yourself. Here I have like just a little pattern paper shaped like a tag, and then I made a tag out of her papers and backed it with grid paper. Some more journaling space. All that journaling space. I made another little booklet here and just overlaid it on this pocket where you can add some more things. And so I've got ledger papers, just a variety of pages and papers, and then another little guest check there. Sewed it in with some of my twine. Got coffee dye paper too. And just made that pretty little booklet. I hope everyone is doing okay. I know that we've got a lot going on in our world right now, and the name of the game is staying healthy, and I think that's good for us. And if it helps us to slow down, you know, that's going to be good. I just hope everyone's going to be healthy and safe. Here I have like a little fold out. So that'll flip open, that flips open, but I just tucked in another little tag I made from her paper. Here's a little pocket that she had. It has a little cat and a bunny and a little mouse. Looks like they're having a serious meeting. And what I did is I made a little floating pocket with it. I should have put something on that to make that easy to get out. But anyway, there's a little spot there that you can tuck some things. You can tuck some things underneath on the other side. And then on the back, I have a pocket. And I use some washi tape there. And I have a little quote. It is spring again. The earth is like a child that knows poems by heart. And I've got, that opens up and you can do a little more journaling. Pretty. Here's another one of her little pockets, and I have a fun little Peter Rabbit. That's where he gets caught. His little buttons get caught on the fence or gate. Excuse me, or the netting, and the little birds come to help him. He's always getting into mischief. And then I have this pretty little tag in her kit. Everything in here is Luise's kit. I usually, if I'm doing a design team project of any sort, I try to keep it pure for the designer. Isn't that pretty? That's a nice little journal spot there. And anything else that's in here are things that I've just made, you know, myself. So here's a tag I made from her kit and added a bow. And here's, I did stamp on that, but this is that's her paper right there, and I did my little accordion thing I do to add more writing space. I had a piece of scrap paper that I just tucked in there, just for a pop of color. And this was one of her cards, the hare and the tortoise. So if you look at it like that, you see the back and the back and the front of the turtle, and then like that, the back of the bunny and the front of the bunny. And here's a little pocket. I made a little envelope, and I just left it where you could just kind of tuck that in there. I did a little stamping. I've enjoyed being able to use these stamps. This is just a cute little bunny that has gotten a bag of carrots, and he has snacked his way through the afternoon, and now he's ready for a nap. Extra paper in here. Tied a little ribbon there. So that just fits down in this bag. And I have that covering the top, and that flap will just fit up under this little image from Luise's kit. And it's kind of cute because this is little Peter Rabbit taking a look at Mr. McGregor. I think that's his name, and he's out in his garden, so it's like he's waiting until the coast is clear to go get those carrots so he can eat his carrots and take a nap. This bag is sewn on. It flips over like that. I have a pocket on the back with another pretty sweet little Beatrix Potter image from her kit, and I have another little quote. Our Lord has written the promise of resurrection, not in books alone, but in every leaf in springtime. And I just thought that was a lovely quote, and especially for this time of year, springtime. Then here I have some fun little soft fuzzy little fibers from my shop, and I have a little quote that says, "The fact that bunnies exist is proof that everything is going to be okay." And I believe that's like an anonymous quote. I couldn't find who had that. And then I have a little bunny sitting there. I stamped him out. This is that was the back of a flap, or actually the flap to one of my CD sleeves that I do sell in my shop. And I have the bunny from my napkin, a different one. There's two different ones, but from my napkin I collaged it onto a tag. So I'm not going to pull that out, but it does fit in there. You can journal on the back of that tag too. So I thought that was pretty, and then that is your last page right there. Let's see if I that, and then there you are, and that back extra journaling space there. Did a little stamping on that area, on that pocket, and there's the journal. So, like I say, this is super chunky, and it was a lot of fun to work on. It was one of those journals that you're kind of like, well, let me do this. Oh, and I could do that. Or let me try this here. Or I could put that there. And it just kind of you just kind of kept creating, and that just added to the fun of it all. So you can again see how it's chock full of journal goodness there, and using this beautiful kit from Louise was a lot of fun. I thank you so much, Louise, for the opportunity to work with one of your kits. Like I say, she's having a sale. She's got a lot of beautiful stuff. I just went and looked, and she's even putting more and more stuff out. She's putting more things out faster than I can even keep up with. So go check her out and definitely get you the bunny hug. And pick up a few more items in her shop as well, because she's got a lot of pretty creations. So again, this will be for sale on my Etsy. Look down below for Louise's information. She is on Etsy. I'll put all that information below, and I hope everyone stays healthy and safe, and just look outside and enjoy the pretty birds and the pretty, the leaves are going to be budding and blooming and everything, and just try to enjoy and have peaceful, quiet appreciation for things, and that'll help get us through this tough time. Take care, everyone. Bye.